going on, YouTube? I'm back with a trucking video today. I'm going to show you a little bit of what it's like coming in and out of these Amazon yards. Right now I am in Chino, about ready to drop off this loaded trailer. And then we're going to take off here from Chino and head down to San Diego. Well, just outside of San Diego, really. It's going to be Otay Mesa, right next to the Mexican-American border. But I got to go through a lot of traffic to get there. So that's going to be fun. I say that with all the sarcasm in the world. But for now, I'm going to show you how I get in and out of these yards. And drop my trailers, pick them up, do my inspection, check in and check out properly, the safe way for anybody who is wanting to become a driver for an Amazon freight partner. Alright, first step is pretty easy. Exit navigation. Yep. First thing I'm going to do, always, make sure that this refreshes. This is my ELD, my electronic logging device. I'm going to change my status to yard move. Get out of driving. Look at that, they checked us in already. Parking slip 346. Turn our hazard lights on. 346. And then try to find our parking slip here. One most important thing that I want to iterate of coming in and out of these Amazon yards, and if you're getting ready to work for an AFP, they'll tell you this as well. Don't speed in the yard. You guys, like, it's really, you really don't have to. Take your time. Don't speed through here. Even if you see some other truckers and stuff doing that, don't do that. There's no need for it. Even in a big yard like this, like the speed limit's 5 miles per hour. I'm gonna go 5 miles per hour. Now everybody has a different way of backing their trailer in, but today I'm going to show you what I do. So I count the spot, right? So this is the spot that I need to be in. It's the 346. I'll go 1, 2. Crank her hard to the right, do kind of an S. Then I'll crank her hard to the left. Just like that. Stop. Put it in neutral, and then put it in reverse. And back up nice and slow. I can see the trajectory of my rear wheels. And just give it little adjustments here. A little here. Go ahead and look in my mirror here. Just make little adjustments, make sure it's in the spot. Oh, look at that. I might not even have to do a pull-up. There you go. Straighten my wheels out a bit. Back it up into the spot, nice and easy. Make sure that the front of the trailer is behind the blue line there, and we're good. Set my brakes, grab my gloves, grab the bar here, 3 points of contact, and out we go. The landing gear is on the other side. Just the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Go ahead and lower the landing gear. A lot of people go until like 3/4 of an inch off the pavement. I go till I at least touch it, just so it's stable. It ain't no big deal. It's in the box. Take our glad hands, take those off. You know, most people also will leave the glad hands on the catwalk, even in the yards. I don't. I always put them back on the stowaway. Now these trucks have electronic kingpin releases. However, just for good measure, I like to always pull it myself manually. Sometimes these kingpin releases on these trucks can be a bit finicky, especially on the Freightliner, which is what I'm driving today. Release my trailer brake. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull forward slowly. There we go. Just to get the kingpin out of the fifth wheel there. Lower the suspension. And that's it. That way you're not dropping trailers, you know, real hard, because that does a number on the landing gear of these trailers, and you know, it just helps the next driver out, not giving them an effed up trailer, possibly, you know, screw up the route if you don't have to. Okay, great. And then we just went through relay, and load's not ready yet. So I'm gonna take this thing, I'm gonna go to the tractor parking, I'm gonna park for a little bit, probably gonna eat something, and then I'll come back when the load is ready and we'll pick it up and we'll head out. All right, we're back, our load's ready. Going to dock door 108. We'll let this gal go, and then we're gonna park. Well, and then we're gonna park. We're gonna back up to this trailer. Not a great place for you to stop. It's all right. Well, good. But that's okay. We're gonna back up nice and slowly, make sure that rear drive wheel's tucked up under the trailer just enough. Trailer's a little crooked, back up slow. I heard the noise, felt it hook. Give it our tug test. I usually do it 3 times. Tug it one more time. Good. Okay. Put it in neutral. Oops. Set the trailer brakes, and then I'll grab my gloves here. And then the other thing that I'm going to grab, turn our utility light on. Go ahead, get out, 3 points of contact. And we're good. Now the first thing I always like to do, I like to get my handy dandy flashlight out. There we go. Come up under here. Check the ooh, the lockjaw is not all the way in. So I want to release that, and this is why we check. Looks like it's a little high. I see a gap in between here. So let's try that again, shall we? And this is why we always check, always check your kingpin connection. Okay, finally, after troubleshooting for so long, I finally got the locking jaws to lock properly. So now we're gonna hook up our glad hands and our electrical line. Blue on blue, red on red. Turn on the light test. There we go. Okay, so a little rundown. What was happening was the locking jaw, say this is the kingpin, this is the jaw. The jaw is supposed to go over the kingpin and lock on the other side over here. What it was doing every time I was backing up right here, the locking jaw would come out halfway and it would just stop. So when it's supposed to be like this, and I had to go in after tugging it manually many times, backing up to it many times. We finally got the thing to lock properly. I had to give it a manual push on the the lever next to the fifth wheel, give it a manual push, but it finally locked the way it's supposed to lock, and now we can go. That is something that you don't want to mess with. The locking jaw, if that does not work properly, you cannot properly take trailers. Do not mess around with that, because if you drop a trailer on the freeway in front of people and it kills people, I mean, like, yeah, you should not be doing that at all. So it's very important that very important that you verify that. And just to make sure, oops, looks like that's locked. Just to make sure, for YouTube's sake, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go under here and look and see. It is all the way across now. It's in place just like it should be. So no issues. See that? The lever is all the way forward like it should be and in place. Okay. See, my departure time was My departure time was 5:30, but but with such an issue, also, here's a kicker to this. If I wouldn't have been able to troubleshoot and get that fixed properly, I would have had to have brought the truck back to the home yard, and I would have missed out on the rest of my shift. You don't work equals no money. That's bad for everybody. And then on top of that, we'd be down another truck, which going into peak season, you do not want to be down on trucks. All right, so the next tool I'm gonna grab is this little doodad right here, just in case they have any tie straps on the end of these doors. Sometimes they do. This one doesn't, so good. Make sure everything is good in there, and it is. Looks like just totes of little stuff, little totes, or they could be empty totes, I'm not sure. Oh, did they put the... Yep, they did. Okay, sometimes they do that too. Normally, they should be putting those seals on this side, but it's no big deal. That chain, take it off. Put on the seal, just like that. Ready to go. And truckers also, see these little plastic wrappers that the seals come in? Don't just throw them on the yard grounds. Like, properly throw them away, or just keep them, and then at the end of your shift throw them away. Don't litter. One more check here. Okay, so yes, this took a little longer than maybe it probably should have, but you can never be too sure when it comes to that stuff. And I do not recommend anybody not doing thorough inspections on their trailers. You need to be doing that in your truck as well. So we were at Doctor 108, last four 7101. We inspected the trailer. The trailer looks good. Go ahead and submit it. And I'm also gonna let dispatch know that we got it figured out. Got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's our QR code. Most of these bigger stations, we really don't use a QR code. That's okay. Normally we get somebody talking to us through the speakers over here, so it's real easy in and out. But again, I would say it still depends on the station. It really does depend on the station. There's good stations, there's bad stations, there's middle of the road stations. It just really depends on where you go. We're gonna check out here and then get on down the road a little bit. Pull up next to here. Set my trailer brakes, and just in case we do get somebody on the speaker, turn the engine off. We're still in yard move on our ELD, so that's good. Oh, look at that, we got checked out. And that's it. So I got about a 2.5 hour drive, and you really can't see much at night. So that'll be it for this video. Hope some of y'all learned something, and if you liked it, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel. There's more trucking videos coming, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss a video when I drop it. We'll see you in the next one, guys.